Welcome. In this video, Piper and I are going to work on recall. I've done a few videos on this recall with the Flexi-Leash and then eventually recall with no leash. So here's how we start. We've got something that the dog wants. We've got food, okay? We're going to throw it away. Okay? So toss it. As soon as Piper gets it, Piper, and then she comes back to me. She doesn't need to do anything. All she needs to do is return back to me. Now, one of the key things to do, well, there's a couple key things to do when the dog is returning to you. First and foremost, as soon as you ask the dog or ask for the dog's attention, you say their name. So when I say Piper, as soon as she turns to me, I'm going to mark that with maybe a clicker, some sort of sound, or in this case, I'll say yes. Okay. But what I'll also do, and you'll notice this, I'll be backing away so she comes towards me. Okay. And I'll be making some noise. I'll be praising her. Good girl, way to go. Okay. And then the last piece is she gets the food. So with a recall, don't get in the habit at this point of making your dog sit or do anything. If you're just working on recall, all we need to do is bring the dog back to you. The important thing there is make sure that you're exciting to come back to. So here's how we'll do it. So I've got food in my hand. She's coming to me. I'm going to toss it. Free. Okay, Piper, go get it. She's going to go get the food. Piper, yes, good girl. There we go. Okay, that's one rep. So we can do, upwards of 20 to 30 reps, all just in one quick training session. We have the dogs kibble maybe for breakfast, and we do maybe 20 reps, just a couple pieces of kibble each time she comes back to you. So she's excited for the food. She goes to get it. Piper, yeah, good girl. So you can decide which word you want to use when you're doing recall. Some people use the dog's name. Some people say cucumber. Some people will say chip, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what you use as long as you're consistent with that same word all the time and it's something different than everything else. I rarely use her name unless I want her to come back to me. I'm not going to say Piper sit or Piper down or Piper do this. It's generally I call her name. That means she has to come back to me. Okay, so once again, let's do a few reps in a row, and this is how we'll do it. I love doing this with the Flexi-Leash because it gives her the space. I can stand here. Piper, good girl. And in that case, she didn't come right away, so I just used the Flexi. Okay, free. Go get it. I used the Flexi. I just pressed the button and I pulled, and then she knew to come towards me. I would recommend we start with this in your house on the leash, okay, just on a basic leash, and then eventually in your backyard with a Flexi or a longer leash, and then free. Where did it go? Okay, go find it. Search. Tick. Here. There you go. And then eventually work into maybe an area with low distraction where you know that your dog is going to listen and come back to you all the time. And then eventually over time in an area where your dog is going to come back even off leash. So I said that I was going to do this off leash. I'll do a couple quick reps just in the way I would typically do it without doing a lot of talking. So toss the food away. Piper, yes, good girl. Okay, do it again. Throw it away and make this exciting. Piper, come. Yeah, good girl. Okay, and one more time. Piper. Oops. Piper. Ah, good girl. There we go. All done. Okay, I didn't ask her to sit, do anything. Eventually, I'll ask her to come into a specific position on every recall. Now we're at the point when she's off leash and I stop walking. She'll turn around and come back to me right on this side. So we'll see if she'll do that in this video. I'll take the leash off. Okay, I'll remove it from here and Piper, leave it. We're not going to do that. Out. Nope. Nope. Leave it. Okay, we're not using that. Let's go. Come on. Ready? Go. Okay. Piper, come. Yes. Okay. Go get it. Piper, come. Yeah, good girl. There we go. Okay, another rep. Throw it away. Piper. Yeah, good girl. Okay, I'm going backwards. I'm making noise. I'm exciting for her. Yeah. Piper. Yes, that's a good girl. Now, free. Okay, start using my release command. Piper, come on. Yeah, there we go. Now I can make it even more exciting for her. Free. Okay, I can have her chase the food. Piper, come, 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 come. She's gonna come to me, go get the food. Piper, come, 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 come. Okay, and we just keep doing it this way. Piper, yes, go get it. Okay, Piper, good girl. Okay, and I'm just gonna move around. Piper, yeah, that's a good girl. Come on, Piper, yeah. Okay, either coming into your hand or coming to you, like in this case right here. So I'll toss it away. As soon as she gets to me, Piper, toss it away again. Okay, so she's getting rewarded for coming back to me. Eventually, what I'm going to do is hold her here for a second. Piper, free. And then she gets the reward. So I just held her for a quick second. As soon as she stopped, then I released her. I'll do it again. Yeah, good girl. Free. Okay. Then I can start adding things in. I mean, this is not just in one training session. This is over a period of several training sessions, or maybe several weeks or months, where you start adding more specific stuff in like this. Okay, so toss it away. Piper. Good. Yes, good girl. Free. So you have the dog come in. I'll put her into the middle position. I say center. Piper. Center. Yes, good girl. And then I release her. Okay. Piper. Or spin. Yeah, good girl. Okay, let's do that again. A little closer to the camera. We'll have some fun. Piper. Spin. Sit. Then we go with a little bit of luring work. Okay. So you can add all this stuff. Free. Add all this stuff in over time. But initially, all we're asking for is the dog to come to us. That's all we need. Okay. They go away, they come back. And we do that in the comfort of our own home first with a leash. We do it with their food or a high value treat. Good. And then we eventually make it a little bit more difficult. We let them go a little further. Eventually, go into the backyard. Then we start using something like a Flexi-Leash or a longer line. And once they're really good on the recall with that Flexi-Leash or long line, come back into the house, no leash, work on your recall. As soon as the dog is coming back reliably, like 85 to 90% of the time, then you can go into the next challenge and make it a little more difficult. So let's say you do 10 reps and your dog comes back 7 times out of 10. Well, you don't go to the next level. You just keep working on that level until they're coming like 8, 9, 10 times out of 10. And then we move it up. We make it more challenging for them. So in this case, let's see. She wants the ball. Yep. Okay, free. Piper. Good girl. She looked at the ball. She wanted to go get it. Okay. Piper. Yeah, good girl. Because that thing is like one of her highest value toys. So, okay. Yeah. See if she'll go get the ball. We'll walk by it. Piper. Oh, good girl. There you go. Free. Go get it. And then you reward them with the toy that they want. All right. So I think I covered it all here. Start in your house. Start simple. Build in your house. Eventually make it more challenging. Go to your backyard. Put the longer line on. Then come back in the house. Do it off leash and continue going through that process until you can get to the point where you're off leash in an area that's safe for you to be off leash, working with the recall. But again, don't go off leash with distractions until you know for certain your dog is going to come back. It's just not worth the risk to have your dog run away with a poor recall. And every time I ask my dog training clients, Piper, how's the recall? They say, well, the recall is pretty good. I say, okay, then we don't have a recall and we need to work on it. And in order to work on a recall, we have to build engagement. And we do that through play, and we build a relationship together. So until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you got something out of it. Please feel free to ask any questions, and I will, again, respond via text message, or I will, she's eating that thing, or I'll do another video for you. Bye for now.